Alright everybody, Ebbs here with House of Guns. I've got a Kahr CW45. This is a compact 45 auto, would be considered a concealed carry gun. Single stack magazine, super slim, lots of generous checkering, actually feels really good in the hand. And this one is wearing a Crimson Trace trigger guard. As you can see, super bright. In fact, oh yeah, I can see it on target. So I'll give it a shot with this. Just a couple magazines, quick review here, let you see how it works. Single stacks that only hold 6 rounds plus 1. Not a lot of ammo, but I suppose if you're committed to carrying a 45, it could be a really good option. Double action only trigger, really smooth, match grade barrel, stainless slide, not a lot of propaganda, so it's clean and it looks nice too. All right, 6 rounds goes fast. Pretty accurate, it looks like. Okay, I've got 6 more rounds, and I like this. That was the first time I pulled the trigger, and it took me a second to get used to it. I didn't pull it all the way back the second round. It's a really short double action trigger. It's really smooth, breaks easy, feels super light, and the laser grip is pretty cool too. Only 6 rounds, but I'm surprised. This gun weighs in at 19.7 ounces empty. And for a gun that weighs under 20 ounces for a 45 auto, it actually really surprisingly mild to handle on the recoil. It could be because I'm shooting gloves and I'm not barehanded today and it's so cold. But you know what? I'm reasonably impressed here. I'm gonna go for accuracy one more time, and then we'll go for speed. But I could not tell. Crimson Trace is not liking me right now. There's a lot of reset on the trigger, so you want to be aware of it. Make sure you let the trigger all the way out. 6 rounds. I'm seeing a lot of the same hold down there. Feel really good about this. Let's go look at the accuracy. Magazine out, and slides open. But let's go down and look at this just real quick. It's worth noting. 12 rounds. And no wild stuff. That's good. All this right here, and I can actually see this Crimson Trace in the daytime, which is nice. That's really bright. And good accuracy there. That's encouraging. After shooting Glocks so much, and Kahr would like to hear this because they would say that Glock is probably their main competitor, or they're trying to best them. A lot of their ads are singling out Glock for how thick their guns are to carry. But again, this is the Kahr CW45. It's fairly inexpensive. The double action trigger has taken some getting used to because it has a pretty long reset. And what I mean by that is, when I pull the trigger all the way back on the Glocks and say like Springfields and 1911s and that style, you only have to let out just a little bit. Let's see if you can see me. You only have to let out just a little bit to get that trigger to reset. On the Kahr, I'm having to let it all the way out. So for this rapid fire, I'm really gonna have to kind of slap the trigger. And by slapping, I mean going all the way in and out instead of just trying to follow it and go as short as I can. That said, there is no external safety. All the safeties are internal. And for a double action trigger gun, this is very, very smooth. So I'm relatively impressed. It's the first time I've shot it. And again, for a 45, it's not too hefty. So I'm kind of impressed. And I was expecting it to be just a little bit more stout. So we'll go 6 rounds. Now, that one did not like it. 5 rounds. Keep it pointed away from me while I check it. Yep, this next one's chambered. So I'll go 5 rounds, real fast, see how it feeds. So it doesn't totally like my hand loads. Not very many rounds. And it feels funny, but I'm all on. I'm right around the other ones. And the sights on this, now that it's open, I'll take the trigger or the magazine out and let you see what these sights look like. It's a bar dot. So you have the bar and then a dot that goes on top of it. And typically I wouldn't like a sight that kind of is like a straight 8, which would have 2 dots that you stack on them. But I actually really like the bar dot, even if I'm not using the Crimson Trace. So this is the Kahr CW45, and this is Ebbs with House of Guns on a 10-degree day. 3 gun reviews, all for you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Facebook.com/Haus of Guns. That's Haus. And then you can also follow us on the Twitter. And we are, as you can imagine, at Haus of Guns, HAUSOFGUNS. Check us out. Feel free to please comment on our videos, our reviews on the main site. And you guys are making this all worthwhile. Thanks for being very supportive, having constructive criticism, letting us know how we could do things better. So for the last time, Kahr CW45, 45 ACP, Ebbs with Haus of Guns. Happy shooting, everybody.